Good day everyone, this is me again Hart for another video. And for today, we're going to talk about a quote from Epictetus, which is again from the book of Ryan Holiday, The Daily Stoic. So the quote goes, if you should ever turn your will to things outside your control in order to impress someone, be sure that you have wrecked your whole purpose in life. Be content, then, to be a philosopher in all that you do, and if you wish also to be seen as one, show yourself first that you are, and you will succeed. So, the thing or the core or the one thing that Epictetus is reminding us about his quote is the things that we do for validation, especially nowadays that we are ever so connected compared to 100 years ago, where there was no internet yet, wherein people are comparing themselves to the people in their community, and as small as they think it is, they can only see the person or they can only compare themselves to the person around them. But now, fast forward to the present time, we have this difficulty or we have this challenge within ourselves to not compare ourselves with these people. Yet, it is really hard because with the phone that you have in your pocket, in, in the size of your hand, the palm of your hand, it is even harder to stop yourself from from comparison, because when you have social media, you open up Facebook, you open up Instagram, you open up YouTube or whatever social media platform that you have, you can see a person who is doing better than you, who has these materialistic things that they possess, that you want to have, that you want to also have, and then immediately find yourself unconsciously comparing yourself. So I think the good thing or the thing that Ryan Holiday has added is really an important one, in which he have cited this line from the Fight Club multiple times in his book The Daily Stoic. And the quote from the Fight Club is, we buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. So, me myself have experienced this, wherein there's this new trend of clothing fashion or fashion, but the things that you wear. And I think maybe it was the baggy clothes or the baggy pants. And I find myself doing the trend also, looking for any baggy pants that I can use, which is usually from my older brother, because my older brother has this collection of different pants and different polos compared to me, who doesn't have any of this clothing, and I will find myself borrowing them in order for me to get into the trend. And sometimes I usually feel that or question myself, why am I doing this, or why am I also chasing this trend? And maybe it's just me experimenting, but ultimately it's about following what other people do. But I think I'm also considering that I need to have my own style, or not copy the trend, but rather wear what is comfortable for me and is decent and it's simple, maybe a minimalistic fashion. And I think that's what suits me. And going back to the quote, we buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. In relation to that, this quote in relation to the earlier quote, which is about which is about impressing someone which is outside of our control, we are constantly seeking this validation from other people, in which it is natural because we are humans, we are social humans. We need validation from other people. It was engraved to us ever since the humanity started. But I need you to ask yourself if there are times that you've also done something in order to impress other people, even though internally or intrinsically you don't even have, or you don't even like what you're doing, or you're like, you don't even like what you're doing. For example, you don't even like that clothing, it is uncomfortable to you, but you still wore it for the sake of being in the trend and impressing other people. Maybe it's time to ask yourself if you're constantly doing this, or if you are doing this unconsciously. And once you spot, or once you observe yourself that you're doing this, then maybe you can try to ask yourself another question, in which, what will happen if I didn't follow the trend, if I just wear the clothes that are comfortable for me, or just do the things that I am interested at, and not do the things that other people is currently doing, and other people wants you to do. So I think it's a question for all of us, because me personally, I still do struggle with this validation thing. And for me to constantly combat that, I know that I need to reflect and ask myself those questions that I've mentioned. And it is truly powerful what reflection helps, or what reflection do or does to the way that I think and the way that I view life. So I think, to sum it all up, you need you need to understand that validation does not only come from other people. Yes, we need it from time to time, but if we are seeking validation from other people, or we are we are doing things that are not natural to us in order to impress other people, then maybe it's time to stop and ask yourself those questions, and reflect, and maybe become better at presenting yourself in the world, and looking at the world in a different view, wherein it is aligned with your values and interests in life. So that is all for this video. If you have any comments or feedback about this video, you can comment on the comment section below. And if you like this video, you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you want more wisdom coming right at you, then see me on the next video. Goodbye.